got tired of going to movies because the volume was so intense. I'm really serious. It's just volume. Way too loud for me to listen to. You know, I think it's an age thing, but
you think? No, Bieber's going through the same thing. Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Oh, I thought you meant like leave it to Bieber.
No.
That's what you meant.
Well, that's the age thing. Yeah.
Steve Martin and Martin Short from one of our favorite interviews of 2021, or any year for that matter. Our year of Sunday sit-downs began back in January with a snowy ride atop a New York City tour bus with the marvelous Mrs. Maisel herself, Rachel Brosnahan, and continued at first on Zoom and then back in person with some of the biggest stars in the world, ranging from an unforgettable day with Machine Gun Kelly to a conversation this month about the state of the country with former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. A look back now at the Sunday sit-downs of 2021.
Looking a little messy behind me. Let's see if I can clean it up.
I'm just doing a little set dressing, Steve.
Can I move this, you guys?
Oh, the globe?
This is where it would go, but I'm gonna just put it over here for now. Is it snowing? How romantic.
Gosh, this is magical.
Wow!
You demanded I have to be in front of a billboard of myself.
Well, what I like is to have a billboard to remind me that I did have some semblance of a professional job before the pandemic.
Jim, why are we doing this?
Because one of the things we've learned during the pandemic is you need excuses to get away from your family.
I never thought in a million years that I'd spend a year in one place.
I don't think I've stayed in one place like this since I was a little kid.
I got to know fans better because of Zoom. I know what kind of mounted animals they have on the wall. It's awesome.
So what encouraged you to become an actor?
I guess it was in my DNA.
When you play Conrad Birdie and you're 12 and you're 3 feet tall, and every time you sing, everyone is supposed to faint and gasp, Conrad! I was like, I'm doing this for the rest of my life.
I came home to my parents and I'm like, I'm gonna go to acting school. I mean, it really was like that.
It was my one line, and no one really knew what it meant at all.
People still can't get off the Basic Instinct thing. They still want to think the movie was successful because they saw a half of a frame of possibly looking up my skirt.
If I tell you, Willie, how many people come up to you on Wall Street, hey, Rita's good, you're the man, you're the reason why I'm on Wall Street, I saw that movie. I said, guys, I was the bad guy. No.
When I watch you walk up to a burning car, that's you? That's Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, that's me, man. I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie.
John Pardo would say my name.
Amy Poehler!
I would allow myself this moment to just...
You go in, you do a good job, you give a good performance, and you kind of walk away from it.
I'm not the kind of actor who wants to watch or see what I did or see what it looks like.
I do it, I work my off, and then I walk away, and I hope for the best.
I invited my parents to my first play. They came backstage afterwards, and she said, you were terrible. She's liked other performances better than that one since that time.
It's profoundly satisfying that when you reach a certain type of milestone, your parents, who support you so deeply, are actually there in the audience.
She was standing, she blew kisses at the stage. And it was also the first time that I got to say, I'm okay. You don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm going to be okay.
I have great parents. I still talk to them a lot. Do I want to find the person who taught my mom how to text? Yeah, I want to find them.
She using the emojis yet, or is it just all caps firing off at you?
She's been drunk on emojis for years.
You know what I love about you, Luke? You're a hands-on artist, and you know what every one of these buttons does.
Yeah, this is the flux capacitor.
I wrote one called Live Every Day Like It Was Your Last, and one day you'll be right.
There's also something about a person you're comfortable with enough that you can insult them constantly.
I mean, we're actually perfect opposites because you look windswept and you've just gotten out of your convertible to drive here. I look like...
Got out of the coffin.
Why aren't we allowed to be sexy in our 50s? You know, why is it, the 20s or depends?
Willie?
Willie.
Willie.
William, always a pleasure.
It's so great to see you unmasked.
How you been? What's going on?
Drinking milk, getting tall.
You're digging deep, pal. That's got to be almost like childhood dream stuff, doesn't it?
It's crazy, man. I'm like pinching the hell out of myself. Is this really happening?
Oh, man, you're trying to make me cry with this question.
There is always an anniversary to be celebrated at Sunday Today.
You can't use any of this.
I'm being burned at the stake and I am dying for a ciggy boo.
But you've had this sort of long struggle with anxiety, haven't you?
Yeah, it feels like life or death.
We don't want anyone to think we met and it's been easy, because if that's someone's expectation of a relationship, and certainly a marriage, it's a bad expectation to have.
How do you do it, though?
Well, have a good therapist. I'm not joking.
It's important.
It's very, very important. You just have to work at finding your way to stay grounded.
I use humor as a coping mechanism, as a pressure release valve.
For me, it's how I process the worst things in my life is through making fun of it.
It's like when I walked in at the beginning of this interview and I was like, I don't want to be here because I feel lost today. It's okay to be lost.
Yeah.
Because there's some days I wake up and I know exactly where I am.
And now for something completely different.
I'm in. You know, enters frame, says a few things, and then leaves frame.
Naked cowboy!
How often do people offer to buy you a shot of tequila?
First time.
This is the first time it's ever happened, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. How special was that performance for you?
It was very special. You see a young black Filipino woman up there on the stage, you know, playing electric guitar. We'll be back for a halftime show one of these days.
America's a folk song, and we need to understand that we're still writing lyrics. We're still writing our song.
If I can see New Jersey, that means it can see me.
I think what I like about the characters that I play, even though they're flawed, I have radical compassion for them all. And now, I want to infuse that everywhere in life. I think we're at a time in life where we all should have radical compassion for each other.
I think that people have to fight for what they believe to try to live a decent life.
Things that are important to you, things that are valuable, they're worth fighting for, even if you don't win all the time.
There's enough sort of negative stuff out there. You might as well focus on what's working.
I dream big. I couldn't have ever dreamed this big.
Is there an Andy Cohen quote, a word to live by from Andy Cohen?
Happy anniversary Sunday Today.
Andy, our 6th anniversary is just around the corner, my friend. My big thanks to all of our guests this year and to the extraordinarily talented bookers, producers, and editors who bring those interviews together for you every week. Today, there is a special holiday treat waiting for you on our streaming channel Today All Day. It is a 24-hour Sunday sit-down marathon featuring our best conversations of the year. You can find that at today.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sit Down podcast to hear the full uncut interviews with everyone we spoke to this year, including some of my featured favorites. You can find those on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.